What's up guys, welcome to the vlog. My name is Adrian. Today we're going to be working on the Xterra once again. Now today is actually an exciting day because we're going to install a 3-inch lift on the Xterra. So let's take a look at what the lift includes.
Alright guys, as you can see the lift is pretty simple. We got our upper control arms, our bushings, our upper ball joints, some added leaves, and some bolts for the added leaves.
As you can see, the lift is pretty simple guys. In this lift I don't have any shocks. I know these shocks are going to give out here sooner or later because the upper control arms and the added leaf that I'll be installing is going to be way stronger for the capacity of these shocks. So in the future I am going to invest in some quality shocks, but right now I'm just going to go with the stock just because. Now keep in mind guys, this is only a 3-inch lift because I'm only trying to put some 32s on this Xterra as of right now. Later on, if I want to put 33s, 34, 35s, I think I will put a 2-inch body lift on this Xterra because that's the other upgrade that I can do to make the Xterra higher. Okay, but as of right now, I'm only looking at 32s. Why? Because it's my everyday driver. It's an overland vehicle versus a rock crawler, and I kind of want to have a good gas mileage on this vehicle. Okay, so that's why I'm not going with bigger tires right now, nor a bigger lift. We're going to install this lift, and this is not an instructional video. I apologize for that. I will link down below instructional videos on how I did this Xterra, but this is kind of just a way for you guys to see the lift that I'm installing and for you guys to get an idea of how much your Xterra is going to go up with 3 inches. So before we get started, let's take a measurement of how the Xterra is sitting right now.
Alright guys, so real quick I'm just going to measure the height of the vehicle as of right now. And in the back we have about 4 inches. In the front we have 31.5 on the driver's side. On the passenger side it's going to be more lifted just because of the torsion bars in the bottom. 32.5 on the passenger side, and then we're looking at 34.5 on the rear passenger side. So the torsion bar on this side, the passenger side, is actually tied more than the one on the passenger side. So that's something we're going to fix when we put the upper control arms, so that we get the same ride height, or at least closer than what it is right now. Alright guys, so just to explain to you real fast, what we're going to do here is we're going to replace this upper control arm. So we got our 2 bolts up here, camera bolts. These are the bolts that will give you the alignment on the vehicle. And then we got another bolt right here that we're going to also be taking off. Pop this off, pop in the new ones. And yeah, sooner or later I'm going to replace these shocks as well. But that's about it guys. Doesn't seem too hard. Let's see if we don't run into any complications. Alright, so one of the issues we did run into was this bolt right here was super stuck to the bushing. Okay, so make sure just to grab on, grip to the bolt, and then put the upper control up and down, up and down, up and down until it releases it, because as you can see, the rust was really in there, and that thing was really welded in there. So that's the only issue we ran into. But yeah, it's time to install the new upper control arms. So as you guys saw, the upper control arms don't come. It's assembled already. Okay, so we got the bushings and everything, the bolts and everything there, so we have to do that here. Okay, it's not hard. Just put these bolts in. Okay. And then get your other nut right here, the one that goes in the bottom. And just put them together, and it shouldn't be that big of a deal. These actually, the bushings are really nice. They come apart like that. Okay. And when you need to replace the bushings, it's easier to just split them apart like that versus, I know there's a special tool for the bushings to take them out, but these bushings, you don't need that, so it makes your life much easier. Also, if these get bad, you can also unbolt them and then replace them, because they sell them at 4x4 parts as well. So that's super practical about these upper control arms. Alright guys, so after we put the upper control arm together, we put it in here. As you can see, it's in there. I mean, it was actually easier to put it in than to take off the old one, just because of the rusty bolts and And yeah, that's how it's looking right now. Now this upper control arm didn't have the hole to put the bolt for this line right here. I think it's the brake line, but just put a little tie on there. That's for now. I'm gonna see what else I can put on there to hold it in place. But yeah, after this, all you have to do is grease it up. And yeah, that's basically the control arm. That's how it's gonna look. Okay guys, so it's actually the next week that we're working on this lift. We ran into some issues. So it turns out that the control arms that we put in actually lowered the vehicle, and I emailed 4x4 parts, and they told me that it was because I need to index my torsion bars, and I'm gonna explain that to you guys after we add the added leaf in the back. So stay tuned for that. Okay guys, so we've moved on to the added leaves in the back. Okay, and we ran out of light right now, but it's not good because we did drop the extra tire down, and we just took it out. We have to do a couple of things back here, like your shock. You have to take off your shock first, then your sway bar, and then later on your bolts that hold your U-bolts down here, and take off the added leaf springs, and yeah, then we'll add the new one, which is much more curved than this flat one here. So that's where we're at right now. Okay guys, so working on the added leaf, trying to take it out, the whole spring. We ran into an issue, we couldn't take that bolt out. So we're just gonna try and add the extra added leaf in there versus taking it all off, which I don't think should be the biggest deal, but it's easier if you take it off. But we ran into this issue. This bolt won't come out, so we're just gonna do that instead. Oh well. Okay guys, so as you can see, we just put the new added leaf in there, which is down right here. Compared to this one, our original is way more flat. So it's like a quick comparison. Alright, so that's going to give us the range height that we're looking for. Okay guys, so finally done with the back. There's lift in the back now. I was telling you guys, and right now I have the truck lifted, but so I don't know how much can go up in the front, but when we installed the upper control arms, the truck actually went down, and that's because the torsion bars are not where they need to be. And by that I mean that so this is your torsion bar, right? This is your adjuster right here. So if I were to tighten this, it's gonna make the truck go up, but I have actually ran out of space to tighten the bolt. So what we need to do is take this all out, take the torsion bar from that side out, from the end, and then re-index it. So what that means is we're gonna scoot it back, or in this case we're gonna twist it this way, so that then we have more space to tighten this bolt. And what that will do is it will tighten the torsion bar more, and it will cause your lower control arm to go down, and then that will give you the lift according to the instructions by 4x4 parts. Between the control arm and the stop right here, this rubber bump stop, there shouldn't be more than 3/4 of an inch and less than 1/2 an inch. And right now, because it's on the lift, it's hitting that, but as you can see on the other side, it's not hitting it, and that's where it needs to be at. Obviously my torsion bar on the other side needs to be tightened way more than this one. And so I don't know if this one's re-indexed because it's like the same tightness on both sides, and this side is always way higher. Okay guys, so we're under the truck right now, and this is the adjuster bolt right here. It goes up, okay, and as you can see, this thing right here is kind of already in there, and what we need to do is bring this thing down Okay, so what we need to do is pop this thing off of the torsion bar. And the torsion bar is gonna have little teeth right here. So what we want to do is move 1 to 2 teeth over. In this case, we're doing 2 teeth, just a little bit safer. And you don't want to move too many teeth to one side so that this thing is like way out here, because what that would do is that you can only like get it like as tight as this much, and it won't allow you to put it in there, so that when you hit rocks and stuff, you want to keep that bolt protected. So usually most people, the torsion bar disconnects from over there. In our case, our torsion bars are disconnected from right here. They disconnect from both sides, but in this case, you know, we've just been hitting them this way and they've disconnected from here first, which is not, doesn't matter. You can either adjust it from here or that side. But go ahead and mark right now where it's at, and then that's easier for when you want to re-index. So yeah, once you re-index, you actually get the height that the lift tells you you're gonna get. Alright guys, after 3 days of working on the car, we finally are done with the lift, and it seems pretty dang tall already. Tomorrow I'll show you guys how it really looks with more light, so let's go to that right now. Alright guys, so it's the next day and I'm actually here at my school's parking lot, my college's parking lot, but it gives me good space to show you guys how the vehicle looks now after the lift. So right now I'm just gonna give you guys some quick shots of what the car is looking like before and after shots. Okay, so that's the car right now, and then this is before and this is after, how it looks. As you guys can see, the front totally looks way taller than what it used to look, and I think that's what I'm loving the most right now, that the front tires just has way more space than what it did before. I definitely think it looks a little bit more beast, a little bit taller, you know. It just looks awesome. I'm starting to love it. Can't wait to put those big tires on it, or bigger tires on it. They're not the biggest tires ever, but I'm gonna go with 32s. Again, this is an overlander, not more like a rock crawler or anything like that, but just trying to make a good vehicle for the mountains and enjoy the roads in Colorado. So yeah guys, this is what the vehicle is looking like as of right now. Okay guys, so I don't quite remember how tall the car was before the lift, but I'll just go ahead and look at the previous video and I'll tell you guys. So right now the car is looking at 36 inches, okay? So 36 even from the front. I think it was sitting at 31. So that's 5 inches. I feel like the car itself was riding lower than what its stock height is, and that's why it went up so many inches versus just 3. On the back we have 30, almost 36 and a half, 36 and 1/4, and I feel like the front definitely went up way more than the rear. On this side we're gonna be sitting at, this is the passenger side, the other one was the driver's side. We're sitting at 36 and 1/4 as well. And then this side has always been taller. I don't know why, but let's see where we're at. So, we're actually at 36 and 1/4 now. Okay, cool. So that definitely fixed my difference in heights. I was looking at around 2 more inches on the passenger side versus the driver's side, and the vehicle looks way more balanced out in height. So yeah, I don't know if I word that correctly, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. So yeah guys, this is before and this is an after. Tell me what you guys think and stay tuned for next video guys. After this I'm gonna get the tires, so let's go do that right now. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's see how it looks with the tires. Catch you guys on the next one with the new tires.